you guys, it is another week again. Hope you can hear me, because that would be quite embarrassing if you couldn't hear me. You can tell I've got my Christmas tree in the background, but you can't really see it. But I'm in a different location today. I'm not in my room, in fact, because normally I film in my room. I thought, as it is almost Christmas, the time this will go up, this will go this week. So it is almost 2.5 weeks till Christmas, and I haven't wrapped anything yet, to be honest. I haven't wrapped anything, I'm quite nervous, but I've got my presents, so that is a big bonus. And I'm wearing my Christmas jumper. It's got little penguins on it. And I've got my little Christmas tree earrings in, which was like £4 from Primark, or £2 from Primark, I'm not sure. And they light up as well, which is pretty cool. But that's not the reason that I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about Christmas, I'm not talking about that. I wanted to bring a serious subject up. Now, this is quite a difficult subject, but I thought it'll be a great way to let it out for myself, because as I filmed a video on anxiety. Sorry, that's my Christmas slippers. I filmed a video on anxiety probably over a year ago now. It was 5 tips on anxiety. I will put the link in below. Don't think it was that good, but I wanted to go in more detail with it and explain to you how I deal with it and how long I've had it. And this is a way, because I have been to a counsellor before. It didn't really help me that much, so the only way I think I can express it is through a camera, by me talking to a camera and talking to you guys. That's the only way I can do it, because I don't particularly like talking to anyone about it. I don't like talking to anyone about it. It kind of, I feel if I talk to anyone, they either don't understand or they don't know what I'm going through. But I can talk to some people, but most people, they don't quite understand what's going through my head. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you everything that's going through my head, because we'll be here for ages and I don't feel that comfortable telling you everything. But I just got to remember, I'm posting this on YouTube and it's probably going to be seen by a few people, because it'll be on the internet. So I'm just going to get that out of my head and just focus up. There is a camera sitting right in front of me. Types of issues I have. So one is panic attacks, one is anxiety, and one is mild depression. Now, I think you guys know what they are, but if you don't, I'll kind of explain to you what goes through my mind. So with the panic attacks, I'll give you an example. So yesterday, I'm a spa therapist and I was massaging someone yesterday, giving them a facial, and all of a sudden I panicked. But I panic about nothing, and I don't know why I'm panicking about nothing. Something obviously just clicked, but I don't know what it was. It was nothing to do with the massage, it was nothing to do with my job. I love my job, I love massaging people. So I didn't know what I was panicking about. But it's just it. So your heart starts beating, your stomach starts turning like in a really bad way. And you don't know what to do, because as a therapist, I can't really go out the room and saying I'm having a panic. It's not the professional thing to do. So what I do is I calm down my breathing. So I breathe really slowly in and out. And it's very difficult, because you just want to panic. You don't want to panic. It's kind of something inside you like, oh my god, something really bad's going to happen. Obviously, I panic about stuff that I know I'm panicking about, and that's obviously normal, but 80% of the time I don't know what I'm panicking about. Sometimes I wake up and I panic, but I panic about nothing. I've got 2 hours until I have to go to work. I've got time to have my breakfast, get ready, watch some telly, speak to my family before I go to work, and get to work. But I don't need to panic about anything, because there's nothing to panic about. So that's where it gets to like a whole situation. So the depressive stage is where you'll see in some of my videos that I am really happy for like 15-20 minutes. You'll see that I'm happy for like 15-20 minutes, but that in that small section I'm only happy. Obviously I am happy, but in that video clip you only see 15-20 minutes of my day, and it's quite sad. But you get on a low stage, so sometimes I'll be really happy and then it'll just click. All of a sudden I'll go into a sad, depressive stage and I don't know why. It's just weird. I could be anywhere. I could be at the park, I could be at my friend's house, I could be at work, I could be out clubbing, I could be in bloody Disney World and I'll still panic about something. Doesn't make any sense. Probably at this moment in time I don't go out as much because obviously it's work commitments. I work weekends, I only get one weekend a month, and that's fine. I love my job, I love it. It's just I think I haven't gotten used to the fact that when I go out it just happens all the time. It's nothing to do with my friends, it's nothing to do with the club, not the club's fault, it's nothing to do with the people, nothing to do with my friends, nothing to do with the fact that I'm not drinking alcohol, because I never used to anyway. I used to when I was younger, but something inside me, every time I go to a club, I'll be fine for like half an hour, I'll be dancing and then all of a sudden I'll just click and I'll just shut down in sad mode. I don't know why. And some of my friends are like, oh, why are you sad, blah, blah, blah. So most of my friends know, but I don't tell everyone. And now I'm telling the whole world. But I'll be fine, it's fine. But yeah, it's something that clicks inside and I don't know what it is. Probably it feels much better when I drink alcohol. I'm not saying alcohol is the answer. But some people, when they get like that, they want to drink alcohol because it makes them feel better. It feels more confident. Makes people feel more confident when they're drinking. With me, not as much. I mean, I do feel confident, but then mine all mixed. So sometimes I could be confident, and then most of the time I get into a major panic and I cry. So that is one of the reasons I don't drink. But I'm trying to get myself out of that. But I'm not drinking at the moment because I'm on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight. So that is the reason why. And alcohol has got a lot of calories in it, so that's why I don't drink. I don't mind not drinking because I work weekends and I don't go out, and I only go out like once, maybe every 2 months. So it doesn't really bother me. I don't drink at home. Don't see the need for it. So now you know the 3 main types and how you've known them. I'm going to go back to when I first ever had them. Now I think I've come on a very big journey from when I was 14-15 years old. Now I didn't have depression when I was that age. I think my depression started probably about a year and a half ago. I don't know why. Don't ask me how. I just don't know. But I suffered when I was 14 and 15, as I still do now, with the panic attacks and anxiety. But I've come such a long way, and I'm actually quite proud of myself. Like, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. I'm very proud of myself. To the fact where when I was 14, I moved school, which was quite a challenge, and then it just clicked. All of the stuff just came rushing to me. Like, I'd panic everything. Like, I'd panic about walking to school. I'd panic about finding, because I was new, and then when you're new, you do get quite anxious. So I got more anxious than anybody else. I didn't, like, when I went to the school, like, it was a whole new uniform. I had to wear a tie. I didn't know how to wear a tie properly. I always used to get told off for not doing my tie properly. I used to, for 2 hours at home, try and figure out how to wear this bloody tie, and I always got it wrong. And I'm confident now, but I was quite shy. and I wanted to be in my own space. I didn't really want to know anyone, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. I was very my own person. I just wanted to be on my own. But I am so glad that I moved. My mum was like, you're going to make new friends, you're going to find a friend, trust me. You're not going to not find a friend because you're just Grace. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to be on my own like I was last time. Not last time, I mean, like, you know, I had like a few friends, but that was about it. So I was only there for like a year. Anyway, I am so glad, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but let's get back to that. So the reason why it was worse back then is because it was so embarrassing. Like, it's hard to explain. So I wake up in the morning, I'm fine, get up at 6, like this is going back to like, you know, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. I would get up in the morning, I'd be absolutely fine, but it was a certain time, like at probably 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, it would click like that, and I would just panic. But I don't know what about. I wouldn't know what I was panicking about. I think one day I was panicking about my tie, but that was about it. I panicked for no reason, and it got to a stage where I'd hide it from my mother and my grandmother, who I used to live with my grandmother. I don't know. I hide it from them, and they didn't know for months and months and months, and they just didn't know. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous now. I can't just keep hiding it from them because they're going to figure it out. They probably already did figure it out. If you are watching this, mother, you probably already figured it out. But I would be sick, physically sick. I'd vomit. And it was the most disgusting thing ever, because I thought the solution was, because I used to eat my breakfast, I was fine, and then I'd panic, and then I'd just go and throw up. It was awful. I used to throw up every morning for about a year. 6 months to a year. I used to throw up every single morning. Not on the weekends, obviously when I went to school. Every morning I used to throw up. There was no reasoning logic for it, but I don't know why. But I did get it fixed. I used to throw up in my toilet. I used to throw up in the middle of the street. It got so bad I threw up on a roundabout. And then I'd carry on walking to school feeling like really embarrassed and ashamed because I threw up in the street, and people thought, okay, why is she throwing up in the street? It's embarrassing. And then I'd smell of sick. I couldn't go home to brush my teeth because I'd be late for school, then I'd get told off. So I panicked even more about that. But the funny thing is, as soon as I threw up, I was absolutely fine. So I think it's kind of a thing where you panic, and then I just threw up, and then I'd be fine. Like, for an example, they saw me throw up and they thought I was ill, and my friends didn't know I had this thing. Only one person knew, that I was very close to at the time. I think I don't know who I told now, but I had red grapes one morning. It's quite funny now. I had red grapes one morning, and I thought, if I just don't eat anything less, I'm not going to be sick. I was in year 8, and I threw up over the balcony of my school. There was red grape vomit everywhere, and then I was fine. After that, I was absolutely fine. But my teachers they were like, no, you need to go home, you're ill. I'm like, I'm not ill, I'm fine. After I was sick, I was just fine. I don't need to go home. But they were like, no, you're going home, you're ill. It's like, for God's sake, I've got to miss out on a day of school because of this. It got to a point of being so ridiculous that I wasn't allowed to school because they wouldn't let me in case I was sick. So I said, obviously the school phoned my mother, and my mother found out. And she was like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, why would I tell you? It'd just be weird. Obviously this was like when I was like 14, 15 years old. and everyone found out and everyone started laughing, and it was awful. It was horrible. It's like, why would anyone have to deal with that at that age? So I was like, Mum, it's just getting worse and worse. It got to a point where I wouldn't eat that day. I wouldn't eat breakfast, and then it got so bad I threw up acid, stomach acid, and it is the worst vomit you can ever have, because you don't eat and you want to be sick, but there's no food in your digestive system that it can throw up, so it'll just throw up your stomach acid. And oh my god, the taste of it is, I don't even want to tell you what the taste of it is, because it was the most awful smell and taste I've ever tasted in my life. Not even joking. It was awful, it was horrible, it was like, oh. And I never want to go back to that. I don't know how I went to a counsellor. I've got out of it. I wasn't sick after that. I wasn't sick after any of that. And I thank that counsellor, I can't remember her name now, but I thank that counsellor for getting me out of it, because without her I'd probably be throwing up now. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm so proud of myself that I've come all this way to now. Yes, I still have the two I have now, plus I added one on, which isn't obviously my fault, but I've come a long way from it. And I think what it started was, I started filming videos. Now this was way before this channel. I filmed videos, I did music videos, I filmed with my friend a lot. And that kind of got out, it kind of let some steam out. Like, on a camera I could be myself. Nobody judged me, nobody laughed at me. I could act myself in front of this camera, because it's literally only me and this camera sitting in this room. You don't think, because there's nobody else in the room, you don't think about it. You know, it's just you. So, but, this is what I was going to say, the great thing was. So, my mum said, but I made a best friend who have now been friends for 7 years. I'm not going to mention her name because you might not want me to mention it. But she has helped me throughout this whole entire 7 years. When I told her about it, she understood. She obviously she doesn't know how I feel, but she understands, and she helps me when I phone her crying my eyes out, and she just helps me. She just talks to me about different stuff. She has always been there for me, and I thank her for that. I really do, because without her, my life would be utter crap. I'll tell you that for sure. I'd be on my own, not talking to anyone. I'd probably sit at home, do nothing all day. She helped me apply for college. She helped me through school. She helped me through work, getting work. She helped me through my work experience. She helps me and still does on a daily basis, even though I live 15 minutes away from her. She's always there at the end of the phone. She's always there if I can message her. She's always there if I can text her. And the same applies to her. If she needs me, I will be there at the end of the phone. And I don't think I could get to where I am today without her. Swear to God, I couldn't actually. And she's helped me so much, and her family have helped me so much. And I thank them all for that, because where would I be today? So I thank you. Not going to mention her name, but I do thank you. If you are going to watch this, then I thank you. But yes, so that was hard. It's not easy sitting in front of this camera, but I think it's the only easier way that can help me, if that makes any sense. It's the only way I can let off steam to tell you to a camera. It's not easy doing it because I don't like talking about it much. I've gone into that much detail, not too much detail, but detail that you need to know, that I'm so proud of myself that I can let it all out. And it's very difficult at times. It's on a daily basis. Every time you wake up, it's when you go to bed. I can't sleep at night sometimes. I don't go to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes because I'm panicking about absolutely nothing. And nobody's awake, and I don't want to wake anybody up. So I don't know, I just set up on my phone. Doesn't really help that much. But I was on medication. I now went off it because I thought I didn't need it, but I think I do for the time being. I think I need it to help me because at the moment it's not as bad as it was, but it is getting towards getting bad again, and I don't like dealing with it. But I will get through it, and if this video has helped you and you have the same as me or a bit different to me, then I just want to say you aren't alone. You think, and I also think, we're the only people who have it. We're not. We're not. Not everyone, but most people have it, and you think you're alone, and you think, God, I'm on my own, I can't talk to anyone about this. But you can talk to someone, and that's where my default is. I don't talk to anyone about it, and I should, really, but I don't. But talk to someone about it. Do not hold it in. I mean, obviously don't talk to somebody about it if they make you uncomfortable or you don't feel you're comfortable talking to them about it. Then don't talk to them about it. Talk to someone you feel comfortable talking to. Like about a counsellor, your mum, your dad, your parents, your friends, your siblings. Siblings are a big one because you're more closer with your siblings and your parents because you connect more. But I hope this video has helped you in a sense. I'm not a professional. I just wanted to let you guys know, and I'm sorry I put a downer on it, but the upside is you're not alone and you can talk to someone about it. And be excited, guys, because in 2.5 weeks it'll be Christmas Day. So do not fret. Well, I just wanted to talk to you about it, but do not fret. It'll be Christmas Day in 2.5 weeks, I think. So try and worry about getting Christmas presents and wrapping. Not about this, but it is quite difficult just to say to someone, get out of it. Well, it's not that easy. But think about Christmas presents, wrapping them, putting the Christmas tree up. That is a good thing, actually. I'll give you one tip, great tip. Try and distract yourself. So if you're having a panic, get somebody to distract you. Get somebody to talk to. So what I do, if I'm having a panic, I phone my nan. And she will just talk to me about something else, just distract me from it. It's the best tip I can give you. Like, I put up this tree when I was in a panic, and it calmed me down. So, because I had the Christmas radio on, I was putting up the tree, the Christmas decorations. Just distract yourself. Just try not to think about it. I know that's pretty difficult, and it's difficult for me sometimes. But it's almost Christmas, guys, and I just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I will see you before then, obviously. I will not be filming Christmas Day. I'll be filming Boxing Day. I'll probably put a vlog up Boxing Day. Yeah, with my Christmas presents. I will do a video on what I got for Christmas. I will do that. But I won't be filming Christmas Day because I feel like it's a special event. Nobody wants cameras shoved in their face and vlogging them. But obviously there'll be pictures. Yes, so I hope this video has helped you in any way. you can come back to this video. I will leave the link description below of my other video I posted about a year and a half ago. Probably not as great as this one, because that I had my old camera and I didn't look right, and oh well, I'm completely different. I've now got a massive wedgie and it's not very nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave any comments below if you want to ask me any questions. You can, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on my Instagram account, which I will put in the link description below. You can add me on Snapchat if you like, and you can talk to me on there. You can ask me, I'm not on my Twitter a lot. I need to get that restarted again because I don't really use it a lot. Or you can contact me, yeah, so you can contact me through Instagram, Twitter and not Facebook, Snapchat. I'll put all my social media links down below. And I will see you guys with another video next week. I'm sorry it's been like 2 weeks, but yeah. I will see you guys with another video next week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon.